Yeah, as like a recap, Otis is like 5'6", very skinny, probably 125
Right.
pounds
Can I, like,
wet.
tap Akora's like arm or something and kind of like move in front of him?
So he is a twink.
Oh, hello, and so that's Akora. I have to say too, I've always wanted to meet a
Wet
Leonin.
twink man. Anyway.
Well, I'm gonna slowly approach him.
Just
Well,
say
I guess
something.
he's in front of me first. Stay back. Okay.
Oh, yeah. Just say something there. I'm sorry, I might have missed it.
Yeah, Fenwin.
And I'm looking at Finwin as I say that.
Yeah, I feel like towers are kind of front. And like,
You okay there?
you got
What?
it? You're good. Oh my god.
Rewind that. Say that again.
Yeah. Can I go up to Akora, tap his arm, and move in front of him to introduce myself?
Yes. I'll basically just lift my arm so you go under me.
Yeah, cool. I do that. Hi, I'm Fenwin.
Oh, hello.
That's very nice. Hello.
Hello, Finwin. Well met. And then I'm gonna look to the back of the group and see who else is there. Just assess the situation. Basically, scoping them out to see if I can take them or if I need to run away.
I'll say if you
and-
really want to do that, I'll say give me an insight check.
Yeah, just trying to like get the lay of the land here, like see what's up.
Insight check. We're all bumbling fools.
Looking at all of them, you see four elves. One of them being a half elf. One being a Shadar Kai, which you only read about in books, and two being an elf race that you're not 100% sure where you can put them. Like, not 100% sure if they're from the Elven country and just haven't gotten out much. And you see one tall Leon, so you can kind of make a guess that this is a very
my harem.
Very mixed bag of people.
Oh, lovely. Oh.
One way to put it. This, and I'd like gesture behind Akora. This is our party as well. This is. We forgot what Eclipse's character is named again. Laurie and.
Laurie, Maze, and Ren.
Thank you.
Oh, lovely meeting you all in these situations.
It is a strange situation, isn't it? That you're down here.
That I'm down here. What about you lot? I mean, I'm just trying to do my best here. I mean, I've got a lot to prove. What's your reasoning for being down here?
We're here on a job to. What was it we were doing?
Trying to stop
the
madness descending over the town.
Yeah, what they said.
Akora.
What?
Do you forget these
Akora.
things easily?
It was a rough night.
You know,
We need to go.
Really, one night is enough for you to forget all of what we've been doing for the past several days.
Listen, he got dreams, okay, for a good, healthy family in the future.
Akora.
Look, it's been a while. Okay.
quite smoky you are, Mr. Lee and Cora. Excuse me, smoky you are. Well, that, you know, sometimes. Let's compare you to a chimney. You know, so chimneys will have like smoke coming out of them, but sometimes there's nothing burning in the fireplace.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
Did you just call me stupid?
I think that describes most of us.
Absolutely not. I would never call anyone stupid. I mean, I'm sure there's lots of tact left in that noggin of yours yet.
Can we adopt him? Can we like is that a thing we can do?
Just permanently
Please?
kick Abel out and just replace him.
All right.
Fuck
Since you're,
Abel.
since you're saying
No,
you got
I want
something
both.
to prove,
Can I have both?
so you're
I
saying
want
you got
both. I
something
want
to
to see
prove,
them
you're
interact,
coming with
please.
us.
Please.
I'm not giving you any option. We have things to do. You said you want
Oh
to
my
prove
god,
something.
Akora.
Well, we have a mission. We need to finish it.
So,
Okay.
you all are here to try and figure out the whole madness disorder that's happening upon the town. Then, am I getting that straight? At least.
Yes.
Yes.
Were you sent here to help out?
Yes.
Yes.
Lovely. Then, what notes do you have to share? I'd love to collaborate here.
Notes.
Notes? We
You
have.
haven't.
I hold up my shield and my
okay.
sword, and I just go. I usually just kill things.
Okay.
We were told that
We're not.
the source of this madness comes from somewhere within these mines, the temple within the mines, and there's
Okay.
potentially an
There's
entity
so
that
much
we've
attached to
encountered
this.
before that is maybe a god or a false god or something. But we weren't told much before we came here.
We tend not to take notes.
Oh, so maybe you're all chimneys.
Yeah, I suppose maybe we are. But you know, we've all survived this long.
No, I'm terrible at taking notes.
What a day for
Listen,
me
I
not
also
to be
mostly
here.
just kill things.
Sometimes
it's
carry around books.
Sometimes it's intentional, sometimes it's not, but I do mostly just kill things.
Oh.
Oh, but I'm not a danger to anybody, I promise. Not unless you get in my way.
Otis. I will say, back on your little perception, or excuse me, your insight. I will also allow you to point out that as you're kind of observing the group, you do notice that Laurie's hand seemed like one of Laurie's hands seems to be gripping an orb that has like purple smoke in it, and you see her hand is a weird green color compared to the rest of her body. Like it has like weird insect like carapace that's covering her hand and seems to disappear underneath her attire.
Yeah, I'm definitely noting that. So as he's talking to you guys, he is holding out one arm in front of him, and then with the other arm, he is like touching the gauntlet on the arm and like typing furiously on it. But still talking to you guys. And it's like, just kind of like, so violence for science. That's what we say in the research field when we have to kill somebody and they're trying to kill us first.
We've experienced a lot of that.
Honestly, that's probably the method we're going to have to apply with whatever the heck lives in this goddamn temple.
Well, so are you certain that it might be some sort of entity, as it were?
Well, considering we have two people who can listen to literally the Raven Queen.
Yes, it seems it at the very least might be related.
Well, I think that this calls for more investigation. Then are you all proposing that we team up and collaborate here?
Yes.
Please.
Righteous. I love to hear that. So let's get to the investigating. So what I found in this room so far, if you'd kindly take a look around, and not to boss you around. I'm not trying to boss you around, I promise. I'm just trying to state my intentions here.
Easy there, lad.
Oh, honey.
Calm down. It's okay.
Well,
I will say, like, motherly instincts are, like, activating inside Fenwin right now.
I mean, And I need to say, like,
She
he's
sees
30.
the anxious bean and wants to comfort him so bad.
Yeah, I mean, he's 34 years old, so like he's fully grown. But like,
Laurie is over 100.
Again, that means literally nothing to a 700-year-old elf. My guy.
That was so
Like,
Technically, y'all still like children compared to the elves.
yeah.
Like,
But anyways,
that
continue.
means nothing.
Well, and then I'm gonna kind of like dig in my jacket here and release my homunculus as well. Not to frighten anybody, but this here's Cat. Say hello, Cat.
As you bring out your homunculus, as you bring him out, you see this weird contraption that seems to be floating in the air a little bit. It looks to be like an octopus, and with golden metallic tentacles that are coming out, and like two lenses for eyes, and a weird purple or a weird bluish green sack on the back of his head, and he's just about this small. And he seems to be floating there, and all his tentacles seem to curl up, and his eyes seem to zoom in and out, just staring at all of y'all, and just slowly floating up and down.
Oh, God,
Ghost, are you
that really got me for
are you animal blind by chance?
Animal blind.
Like face blind, but for animals?
No, I'm afraid not. So why do you ask?
No reason. Oh, don't worry about it.
Oh my
I
God,
mean,
like, I'm
are you-
gonna release my homunculus. It's just a crazy sentence.
You named an octopus cat. I'm sorry, but I had to ask.
Oh, you see, it's another acronym, my dear. It stands for Catastrophe Aversion Technology.
Ooh.
So what I'm getting at is, you're a nerd.
Well, in some circles,
I mean,
they
he's
might
an
call me that,
artificer, hon.
That's so mean.
but
I mean, he
Here-
called us chimneys, so
That's very fair.
well, fear ye not. I'm quite capable in the art of violence as well, if I need to be. I hope that it does not come to that, but
Okay, we're keeping him.
Knowing
I'm
us,
gonna-
it probably will
yes,
come to that.
can I just forewarn you that 99.999% of majority of our problems get solved through violence, either by accident or on purpose.
Usually,
Oh.
on purpose.
Usually by accident.
well, that's unnerving.
Usually by accident.
It's
I
not,
am-
we don't usually start fights.
We try not
Sorry.
to start them.
Well, that's quite settling for me to hear. Anyway,
Trying, man.
I'm gonna go in my head really quickly, just talk to Valera, and I'm gonna be like, hey, what do you think of this guy?
He is very entertaining.
I agree. Shall we keep him?
Ooh,
Honestly,
yes, a new
Okay.
puppy.
He is quite like one, isn't he?
Oh,
Laurie, you hear in your
I
head.
was gonna say, what do I hear?
You hear in your head some clicking noise, a low growl, and you hear the three unlayered voice go, "Not food."
No. Not yet.
Did you just say not
Pet?
Sure. He seems like a pet
Pet.
to me.
He's our pet now.
Mm. And
we've
we,
claimed him.
and
No,
we do not eat pets.
I mean,
No, very good. We do not eat pets.
Only in emergencies.
What?
do I notice them talking?
Just spacing out.
Yeah, just
spacing out.
You just know his
It's-
No, at this point, Fenwin is starting to go into full mom mode.
Are you all quite sure you're all right? You're doing some mighty. Well, let me be blunt here and just say strange actions that don't quite warrant me
Says the man who has
Oh,
a bear
it's
called
normal.
Dog and an octopus named Cat.
Acronyms, dear, acronyms. And I'm saying that from the
It's
bottom
still
of my
their
heart.
name.
Look, I'm gonna be honest. I'm kind of stupid. So's the one behind me. Let's just get on with this.
And
I'm getting
it's
more
all right.
confused with everything that's going on. And
Well,
I gesture at Laurie.
I would appreciate that you not call me stupid. I'm perfectly capable of telling
Laurie,
myself, should I so choose.
Laurie, you just spent 3,000 gold on a dagger for me because you didn't know what to do
I
with the
was
money.
being nice.
oh,
I'm sorry I bought you a
Yes,
gift,
and I
Edwin.
Anyway,
entirely grateful for it, but I am still going to point out, like, for someone who has your background,
I don't care for money. Okay? And last time I had a large amount of money, I spent it on a card game, and I lost. Okay? I think this was a much more reasonable and mature purchase.
hey, you got a boyfriend out of that. Shut up.
Okay, well, you don't have to point that out every time, okay? I understand.
I can and I will because it was
I
literally.
still lost all my money. Well, okay, he did give it back to me. And he gave me a little bit more, but it's not the point. That's not the point. I do what I want with my money. Can we move on?
Yes. So Otis, was it?
yes.
What else have you discovered so far? Have you checked the rooms?
Oh, well, I'm so glad to answer that instead of standing here awkwardly. So what I've discovered so far is not much in terms of the actual cave itself here. I have had a look here at these here tombstones. So if you have a look here to your left and right, I haven't quite deduced what the scarecrows are here for, but so on the tombstones themselves, they something about Henry Lioness the First, which was honestly really cool. He was the first king of the Lionist Empire who led the human rebellion against the Wanti Empire centuries ago, of course. Then there's Kain Ju, Volo Volps, Alora, Goldter Stoneface, and the last one is the black something, and it's kind of tarnished and picked at, so I can't really quite make that out to myself. Any of those
Wait.
names?
What's the last one?
Maybe?
The
Or
black,
Empress?
the black dot dot dot. I don't know what it says beyond the black.
Maybe the Black
Can you-
Empress?
Which one is it? Can you point me to it?
Yeah, of course. So from left to right, that would be the farmost right one, I believe.
With everything you were talking
Okay.
about, you'd see a very
Okay.
blank look on Akora's face.
Yeah, it'll be
Yeah,
the,
Laurie too.
yeah, it'll be the one next to Otis right now on the map.
Okay. Okay. Can I like go over to it and like look like observe, look at it, see
Sure.
what it looks like?
Go over to it. I'll say make me a perception check.
Also,
Further over. All right. So you're looking over this tombstone, and compared to all the other tombstones, all the tombstones seem to be made of this black stone material, like some sort of black ore. You're not 100% sure which is it. It could be onyx, but you're not 100% sure on it. It looks very, very old, and you see that compared to all the other ones, this one seems it has been worn down, like it's been through the ages of time, like it's been eroded on some of the stone text. So all you can make out is it just say the black, and then the rest of the name seems to be chipped off.
and that's the only like markings or anything that are on it.
So yes, looking over, that's the only kind of markings you can pick up. Like it looks like it's just been eroded, eroded over time. Like something's like it rapidly aged and so fast that even the rocks decayed.
Did this have something to do with those Black Knight, whoever you were all with before? I turned to like Laurie and Okora and say,
I'm sure it could. It would make sense. I don't know what else it could
this
be, unless it's just
seem
something unrelated.
it seems very old though. Were they around for
Yeah.
that long?
Well, there was previous. There was a previous Black Empress, right? Or Black Emperor? Am I remembering that right? Or that's like so far back in my head. So
You know, based on the kind of stories that's been told by the Black Empress, mainly, that very long ago, like centuries ago, there was a ruler who rose up and almost united the entire world under his banner. But there has been speculations on what caused his downfall, whether it was betrayal inside his ranks or if it was the gods themselves. There's not much known about this particular ruler. Not even if it was a black emperor or a black empress. You just know people usually refer to him as the black ruler. Not really sure on what he was or what they were, whether they were human, elves, dragonborn, etc.
I will share all of that information.
Interesting. So
So
there's some
is
twinkle
it
of
possible that
recognition. Oh, sorry, dear. Go ahead.
is it possible that this tombstone actually belongs to whoever that is? It certainly seems old enough to be that way.
It could be, but it seems strange that it would be here.
Hmm. You know, in all of my time, nothing is out of the question. Well, uh, you all came across the first room, right, with the marble wall and the stone tile floors.
Yeah.
Did you notice anything strange in there? Well, yeah. Let me hear your thoughts first.
I'm gonna be honest, I totally forgot about that description part. I was tired. Sam, help.
When you walked in, even going down the hallway, you notice that the walls seem to be made of pure white marble, and the floor seems to be made of polished stone tile, like very, very well kept, like very elegantly kept and clean. Like you didn't even see any dust on the walls or on the floors, nor here in this room.
Everything seems oddly clean for being so old.
Exactly. It's pristine, even. Something's taken care of this here tavern or cavern. And I'm going to get my nose down to it, and I have to find out who's doing it because they're doing a spot job of it. Oh, sorry
Is
for
it
my rambling.
possible that, no, is it possible that all these tombstones are people who've come down here to like found this place and then died trying to do whatever they were here to do?
Seems
I suppose.
strange that their graves would be marked, if so. Typically, if someone dies in a
You said that
place like this, it would...
they don't know what. Sorry.
No, it's not clear, at least from the stories I've been told. Quite frankly, I don't know if I should believe anything the Black Empress says, but...
But I mean, even so, each lie has a little bit of truth to it, or else it wouldn't be a very successful lie. Do you think that whatever stopped that black ruler is the very thing we're about to try and go fight? reason why he wasn't able to unite all nations?
Well, I certainly hope it isn't.
I'm totally assuming that Otis is just like furiously typing away right now.
Oh yes, taking extreme notes of everything that y'all are saying. Just like watching you guys at the same time, like every now and then looking down at his gauntlet on his arm.
Yeah, like man in the chair vibes from him. This is great.
I'll ask Laurie, Akora, and Finwin. Go ahead and give me history checks.
Oh, I'm so good at these.
Yay.
Watch me roll that low number.
Me?
Yeah.
How would I know it?
Okay.
Finwin!
Again, I have a blank look at my
Yeah.
face and my tongue sticks out a little bit.
I
Looking
know at least something.
looking at all the tombstones and looking over the names, out of all of them, you recognize, based on your background, you will only recognize one, besides Henry Leonis the First, the name Alora. And as you're studying, as you're remembering the name, you know that Alora happens to be the White Queen, the first elf queen to unite elven kind, to usher in a golden age of peace between elves. But this was the only reason you would know this is during the rift opening and crossing over, and Roland kind of expressed more of his history with you. This would be the first elven queen in this realm. Not in the Fey realm, but in this realm, this was the first elven queen that helped unite all of elvenkind under one banner. And I also, based on your background, I should say, you do also recognize another one, which will be Golter Stoneface. This would be the first and only dwarf king. The first and only dwarf that was able to unite all of dwarven kind under one banner and led them to fight against the Underdark during the Great Below War, which was about centuries ago when dwarven kind dug too deep into the mountains and gained access to the Underdark, and a massive war broke out between the creatures of the Underdark and dwarven kind. But the dwarven king has long since died.
I relay all that information to the group.
So these are mighty powerful beings.
They're all buried
Yeah.
here. Or at least they all are memorialized here.
This is their actual grave. If not, it's definitely a memorial of some kind. Why would they be here? This. Wait. So, supposedly whatever in the temple is a false god, right? At least according to whatever the Raven Queen was saying.
Oh.
Like Ren relayed, I think. Maybe I'm not supposed to know that.
She's not here. I didn't ask her about that. We'll just say Ren relayed that the Raven Queen said that these are supposed to be forgotten gods. We'll just leave it at that.
Okay, forgotten. We'll do forgotten. But these are supposedly forgotten gods or something similar to that, or like things that are meant to be forgotten. And at least 3 of these people are, well, one of them has an entire kingdom, like, going after the same thing that whoever it was wanted. The Black Ruler or whatever. Possibly. We can't read the rest of it, but and like the rest of it is all like people who were able to bring like unity for a short period of time before they died to accomplish amazing things. Are these like is it possible that whatever these like forgotten gods are like related to these people and their successes somehow?
Well, so far there's a human, an elf, and a dwarf. So,
Yeah. Oh,
Mm.
and the lioness? I know,
uh,
whatever. First one?
the Lioness Empire, yeah.
Yeah.
Um, hmm. Well, these here Scarecrow are kind of bugging me out as well. I mean, look at these arms here, and I'm gonna hold up my arms. See all the goose flesh just festering up? I mean, like, don't they just reek of something foul?
I'm gonna lean forward and sniff it.
As you lean forward and sniff the scarecrow, you're looking over. All y'all just looking at these scarecrows. A lot of them are deformed. Like they look like a very crude attempt on trying to make a humanoid scarecrow. And Akora, as you lean in and take a sniff of it, it's very faint. But the very first, one of the first things you smell is rot. Like something's dead inside there.
I make the stank face and just back away. You
Can
know,
I go over to them and like investigate one?
Sure.
Like touch it and like
Yeah, sure.
Like-
Roll me an investigation check.
feel it. That kind of thing.
Okay. Looking it over, and you say you were like touching it and just trying to feel it out, or what were you trying to do?
Touch it and feel it out, and then if I can't figure out anything from that, my other plan was to cut it open and see what happened.
Okay. As you're kind of feeling it over and just trying to study it, you're seeing what looks to be like a tannish leather like cover that's supposed to act like skin. That's the appearance of just a regular scarecrow, but when you touch it, it feels like actual skin, like actual humanoid skin. And you kind of take note of that, and you see all the bumps, and like you see one of their arms seems to be twisted in like a very unnatural way, and you're as you're touching it and you're moving it a little bit, you feel that it's slowly resisting, like there's something underneath it that's keeping it there. Do you still cut
I'm
it
gonna
open?
regret cutting this thing open. I'm still cutting it open. I'm gonna regret that.
Okay.
Okay.
Uh,
I take my knife and cut it open.
Okay. So you, with one quick slash, you begin cutting it open, and as you cut it open, the front chest just opens up, and you see a bunch of dust seem to just out of it, and you see what looks to be a very decayed skeletal corpse that's inside this scarecrow. It's very, very weathered, very, very decayed. It looks like all the dust that's been accumulating has been contained in there, and you see what looks to be heart, organs, and you see what looks to be a very shriveled up heart. And as you're studying it and taking a look at it, you see it. Boom,
oh,
boom, boom.
Guys.
that is just riveting. Let me have a closer look at it. And which one is Finland at?
Would be the one in front of the black blank
Okay,
tombstone.
so the one I'm also beside.
Yes.
Okay.
Is
Yeah.
this also possible? Like, does it look older than the rest of them in any way, or no?
It's hard to say based on the 12.
Okay.
Yeah, you can go. You've only investigated this scarecrow. You haven't investigated the other ones.
Can I go to like the first one in the front of the room and like investigate that one as well? Like, see.
This one over here.
Yeah.
Okay. This would be in front of the Henry the Linus Henry Linus the First tombstone.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gotta roll me an investigation check. And Otis, what were you trying to do?
I'm just kind of like, I'm not touching it, but I'm like also like heavily inspecting it as well, like just trying to note whether like it's human, like like what kind of proportions it has, how frequently the heart is beating and stuff like that. You know.
I'll say
Scientist things.
Yeah.
I'll give you the choice whether you want to roll me a medicine or I'll say investigation check. I'll let you choose.
Okay. Let's go investigation because that's a little bit better.
Okay. Going to Finwin real fast. Finwin, as you're looking over the scarecrow that's in front of Henry's tombstone, you look him over and you feel him over. It feels like the same texture, like the same skin texture, but you're noticing some bumps here and there. Like not the deformed bumps, but very thin bumps beneath the skin. And it takes you a second, but you realize that on this scarecrow, what's acting like skin is actually very, very small scales. Like reptilian scales are on this scarecrow.
I try cutting this one open too.
Sure. You, with a slice, you cut it open, and it opens up, and the same exit out. And you notice that the organs are in different places compared to the other one. You notice that the heart is slightly smaller. Like it's still very shriveled up, but it looks to be slightly smaller than the other one that you opened up. And you see the lungs are in different locations. Like the organs seem to be very arranged differently compared to the other one. And you notice that there seems to be some sort of like gland that seems to be where at the base of their throat, and it seems to just lead up to the mouth. And it's tough for you to point out, but you can easily tell that this is not a humanoid like anatomy. And as you're observing it as well, you then see movement in there as you see the lungs expand a little bit, then exhale.
What the fuck?
And then once again.
Wait, so the first one I cut open is only the heart?
Yes.
Right? Yeah. And this one's only the lungs.
Mm-hmm. Otis, as you're looking over and just trying to decipher the anatomy of this, of the first one that Finwin cut open, you're looking at the anatomy. You're looking at where the organs are placed, and you can tell that this is a standard anatomy of any kind of humanoid creature. But you're noticing that the heart seems to be roughly the same size of a human heart, and you see that it's still slowly, like every other minute, it just seems to boom, boom, like beat just every other minute. Like nothing very fast, nothing very constant, but just every now and then, just boom, boom.
Mm. I'm just gonna call down the hall then. Are you guys finding anything down there?
Yeah, this other one, its lungs are breathing. The heart isn't moving though.
Fascinating. So, by that logic, then there. The rest of the scarecrows must have some sort of organ within it as well that's palpitating.
Yeah,
I
that was gonna try and find out. Can I move to the one next to the one I just cut open and cut that one open as well?
Okay. As you step in front of the other one, this will be in front of the Cane Jewels tombstone, and you cut that open, and you see the same kind of comes out. And the first thing you notice is you see the shriveled up heart, the shriveled up lungs, but you notice that there seems to be veins that are still connected, and you literally see blood going through the veins.
What?
Even though the heart's not pumping at all, and you also take notice that this anatomy looks to be very similar to the first one you cut open.
Okay, this one's has veins that blood is moving through. The heart's not moving or anything.
Sam, I have a question for you.
What's up?
What the fuck is wrong with you?
I don't know.
Holy shit.
Welcome to Eldritch Horror.
Literally is like fucking fear and hunger right now. Like, just in a dark cave with a fucking horrifying abomination.
This one
Oh my
from
God.
0 to 100.
Yeah,
I'll be right back.
I'm gonna try something crazy.
Okay.
Could I go up to one of them that Fenman cut open? Or can I go up to the one that's heart is beating?
Okay.
And can I don't think this is gonna do anything, but I just want to cast first level cure wounds on it, see if anything happens.
what?
Okay.
Just see if it's like, if this thing is like dead but its heart is still beating, or if something's like keeping it alive in a weird...
Okay. How much are you healing it?
10.
Okay. So you reach out, and do you just place your hand on the scarecrow, or where are you touching it?
I'm just touching it. God, do I want to do this? Yeah, I'm gonna touch the heart.
Okay. You place your hand on the heart, and even in your hand, you feel it. And as you cast the spell, you and the spell completes, and you transfer the healing energy into the heart. Dum 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 dum, and the heart's picking up. Dum dum
Oh.
dum dum. Finwin, you see the bloodstream seems to be rapidly moving faster, and you look over and you see the lungs are.
Oh, I don't like that.
I didn't think that would do anything.
What the fuck?
And as you
Sam?
pull your hand back and look at it, you see dum 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 dum, and it goes back to the same beat that it was before. And you see the blood streams are going back to their usual spot, and the lung just.
So is it the same
Okay.
with all the scarecrows?
We don't know. I haven't cut the rest of them open, which I'm
gonna
about
cut
to
the
do.
next
Can
one
I go
open.
and can I like finish cutting them open like the rest of them in the room?
Sure.
Yeah,
So-
and I'll do the one that's in front of me and kind of like split the chore.
Okay, so I believe you would be over here, Finland. So Finland, you're cutting the third one in front of Volo Volp's tombstone. Agora, you're cutting open Alora's scarecrow, and Otis, you're cutting Golter's scarecrow. And as each one of y'all cut them open, Finwin, as you look in, the first thing you see would be that the whole inside of this corpse or the scarecrow is completely empty. There's nothing inside of it.
Okay.
Akora, inside of yours that you cut open, you see that in this corpse, you just see a single brain inside the center of this corpse and nothing else.
In the center?
Like you see
What?
tendrils are attached to it, like keeping it up, but it's just a brain.
Fuck.
And Otis, inside of yours, you see what looks to be a very well kept skeletal system inside of that one. Like it's very pristine, very very healthy looking, but it doesn't seem to be protecting any kind of organs.
This one is empty.
Empty.
Interesting. Oh, this is
What
terrifying.
about? Yeah, what about yours?
There's a brain in here.
Oh, that's gross. Okay.
I'm gonna poke it with like the back of my sword.
Okay, you poke it with the back of the sword, and you hear the squishing noise, and you see a little bit of brain juice just squirts out at you,
Ew.
and it
Why
begins
would you
to
do that?
it begins to tremble a little bit, and y'all hear. And you hear. Dunk, 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 dunk.
I just killed
Okay.
So it wasn't the magic that did
Why would you?
something
Okay.
in the heart, I suppose.
Okay.
So what are we missing
Wait,
here?
something. I'm getting a sense of impending doom.
We're missing a few
So
organs.
one is empty.
What do the others
One
have?
is empty. The rest of them have a piece of what would keep a person alive.
How many?
Oh, I just had an awful thought.
Yeah.
Do we have
Yeah.
to put it together?
We put them all
Mm.
together in the
That's-
empty one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's where I was going with it too.
I call
How
no
would we even
schools.
do
I'm
that?
not touching them. I don't want to touch any sort of things like that. Thank you very much.
Aren't you a scientist?
Yeah.
You never touched
Is there
organs
a way to even do
before?
that without killing it?
It's already
I
dead.
work with
Well,
tools.
they were dead, though. Anyway,
I don't even know how you'd put it together in the first place.
well, it's just the structure of
I
the
guess we could
body.
start with the skeleton.
No, but
I-
yeah, I guess.
I feel like the skeleton is a safe place to start.
Imagine
Is-
we
are
do all
the-
this.
Can I try picking? Can I try picking up the empty one and like moving it, or like how heavy is it?
You reach down to pick up a scarecrow. Very light. Practically weighs nothing. And you are
Okay,
able to move
can I
it.
move the? Well, can I move it over to the one that has the skeleton in it? That's the one Otis is standing in front of, I think.
Okay. You move the scarecrow over to the one that Otis has, or the one that's that Otis is standing in front.
Okay. Like, has anything happened from me doing that, or I just moved the scarecrow?
Carrying the scarecrow over to where Otis is at. You notice that the scarecrow begins twitching and seems to. And you see that some of the deformities and the arms begin to and begin to straighten themselves out. And as you pass, just make sure I have the right one. As you pass Kane Jewel's tombstone, you notice the scarecrow just begins to right itself, and then you see what looks to be like a scarecrow outline of a human male, or of a humanoid male, I should say.
Oh.
And as you
Wait.
move the scarecrow away, you see that the scarecrow begins twitching, and then seems to shift as you step in front of. Oh, excuse me. Stepping in front of Alora's tombstone. I apologize. I got them mixed up. Alora's tombstone. You see the scarecrow begins to grow some feminine curves, like feminine features, like an outline of a feminine person. And as you bring it over to in front of Golter's Stoneface's tombstone, the dwarf king, you see it begin to twitch, and the curves go away, and you see it begin to shrink a little bit, and to have a more of a stocky dwarf build.
Okay. Am I in front of the skeleton that?
Mm-hmm. You would be in front of the skeleton.
Okay.
I don't like where this is going.
Yeah. So it's changing depending on which tombstone it's in front of. Oh, do you want to try? Wait, how heavy is the one that I was carrying? Wait, is it like less than 10 pounds?
Yeah, it's less than 10 pounds. It wasn't heavy at all.
Okay. Can I test the one that has the skeleton in it and see if it's heavy at all?
You pick it up, not heavy at all.
Less than 10 pounds?
In fact, it weighs less than the one you're carrying.
Weird. Okay. Can I use Mage Hand on it and like try and like move it in front of some of the other tombstones and like see what happens?
So you cast out Mage Hand, which is just Swarm coming out and forming an outline of a hand, and easily pick it up.
Yeah.
Where are you sending it to? Like, which tombstone?
I just closed out of Forge, like a smart person.
I don't have that tombstone.
If I send it to the one that's is like in front of the stairs that are in the middle of the hallway, like next to the one on the right, like the third one coming into the room.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, sorry.
No, you're good. You're good. So this would, if you're going for the third one, that would be Volo Vulps. And as you move the skeletal scarecrow in front of that, you see that the scarecrow you hear like bones popping and cracking, just and begin to shift and expand, and you see it begins to take the form of a humanoid, of some sort of humanoid male. It's tough to tell. The bone structure is very different from human, dwarves, elves. It's very hard to tell what bone structure it is, and I'll say I'll ask you to make me a medicine check.
It loads.
Want me to do it for you?
It's almost done.
Okay,
Come on.
No worries.
You can do it. Load it. You might have to request it from me. Let me see.
Oh, I'll try again.
Yeah, there it is.
Okay. Looking over the bone structures, it's tough for you to pinpoint any kind of anatomy of what this could be or what it could belong to.
Okay. Can I use my mage hand on the one that has the heart and move it as well? Just like over to the dwarf.
Okay. As you lift it up and move it in front of the dwarven tombstone, which would be the one you're in front of.
Yeah.
You move in
Or
front.
no, I thought it was.
Hmm?
Never mind. You're right. You're right. Never mind. I thought it was in front of the elf for some reason.
You move on the heart in front of the dwarf, and you see, you hear what sounds like squishing noise, and just, and you see that the heart begins to change shape, and begins to get a little bit bigger than what it was, and you still hear the steady beat, just, dum dum, dum dum.
Wait. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and move the skeleton back over and try, like, moving the skeleton into the scarecrow that's empty.
Okay, so you remove the
I
skeleton
can do
from
that.
its scarecrow. Okay, the skeleton was still in the scarecrow.
Yeah, I'm gonna touch the skeleton first and see if that just has any negative reaction at all.
Okay. You reach out and place your hand on the skeleton, and you say you moved it back to where it was, or where you bring it to where the dwarf it's at, or
Isn't that where it was?
Well, I was
Was that?
just trying to make sure to specify where you want it. You bring it just back where it was.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, where the dwarf is, what I brought up.
Okay, so you bring the scarecrow with the skeleton over, and you see the skeleton just and change once again, and kind of resume its original form, and kind of settle, get set down. And you said you reach out and touch it.
Yeah.
Okay. As you slowly begin reaching out and touch the skeleton, nothing happens.
Okay. Can I, like, start trying to remove it from the scarecrow? Like, slowly, listening for anything that might be going weird with the other ones.
Okay. As you slowly begin to remove the skeleton, you hear it moves very easily. Like, it's very, very smooth on it getting removed. And as you're keeping your ears out, you hear the doom, 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 doom. And you also hear the
Oh, I don't know if I like that. Oh. Okay. I keep removing it. I'm gonna try and putting it in the empty one.
Okay. You remove the skeleton and put it in the empty one. You see that the skeleton seems to, as you're putting it in, the skeleton is a lot bigger than the scarecrow, than the empty scarecrow. But as you put it in, it seemed to readjust its size to that scarecrow, and seemed to just fit it perfectly. And you hear what sounds like a soft clicking noise.
What the hell? Okay. So we can theoretically possibly bring, I don't know if it would bring back whoever's in these, whoever's this talking about, and we have to fight it, or we could talk to, I don't know, but we can definitely put these things into one of the scarecrows. And I think whoever we move these scarecrows over to, whoever we do this in front of, that's going to be like the kind of shape that we bring back, at the very least.
That's sort of what I was thinking as well. Though, are we sure that we want to do that? I mean, I'm sure there's other places to explore in the cave, right?
Oh, we can either face a false god or we can face whatever this is going to be. So pick. I
Well,
don't know. It's Eldritch Horror either way.
We should
I'm happy to deny the inevitable of us probably dying, so...
Perhaps we should put the empty... Well, it's not empty anymore. That scarecrow in front of the Black Ruler's gravestone? Just since
I feel like that could also be a...
It could be a bad thing, but...
It would give us answers, though.
It would.
And this is also operating under the idea this only happens once.
Well, and I think it noted that the one in front of Henry Linus had some sort of like skin to it.
Yeah.
I mean, they did fight against the one T.
Oh. This is all very bizarre. But are we going to put all the pieces together?
Okay.
I suppose we could. I mean, perhaps if that is from a 1T, then these other parts are scarecrows are from the foes that they faced during their own wars. Or
could be it, but that wouldn't explain why it's changing into like the same sort of like shape or whatever that these people had.
Right.
As we move them.
Well, we don't get anywhere without making a few moves. I guess some experimenting might not hurt us right now.
Yep. Okay, should I try moving the heart as well?
What was that, Larry?
Larry just, as soon as Otis says that, she just says, okay, and then just reaches in and pulls the heart.
Okay.
Oh my god.
You reach in and grasp the heart, and it's still beating very. And as you grasp it and just pull it, simply pull it out, you find that's very easy to pull out. Just and then you see the heart just.
Oh my god, put it in the other, put it back, put it in one of them, please. Oh my god.
I just feel like I shove it in the skeleton or the one with the skeleton in it.
So you just chuck it in there?
I mean, I try to put it vaguely where it should go.
Okay. You put it in the empty scarecrow that now has a skeleton, that now has a heart. And as you put it in, you see the heart seems to move on its own. Like you see tendrils begin just squirts out of the heart and begin like inside underneath the skeleton, like underneath the rib cage, and seem to attach itself to the skeletal frame. And you see like a very steady heartbeat now.
Oh,
what the?
Okay, well, before we start moving anything else, let me try something. Just curiosity's getting the better of me. So
Right, go ahead.
I'll walk up to we have the skeleton and the heart in there. I'll walk up to the brain then, and I'm gonna cast Identify on it.
Okay.
Just to see if there's any magics or magical properties about it.
Sorry, just reading the spell real fast.
Oh, you're fine. And so the way he's casting this is he's kind of like flipping through his little gauntlet, and then like he like presses down onto it, and like you see the screen light up, and then his like gauntlet starts glowing as he's touching the brain.
Okay. As you cast Identify on the brain, the one thing you notice right away, it is filled with magic. It's obviously not a normal brain. It seems to be magically made.
Mm-hmm.
Like it was created from magic and by magic itself. And as you cast, and as the spell goes through, you see the brain begins twitching a little bit, like it seems to be responding to the Identify, and filling the entire room, you hear, hello.
Oh, hey, oh,
Hell.
uh, hello. How are you?
You feel the voice begin. Bad.
Bad. Yeah, you're in pieces, bud. Understandable.
Who are you?
No one.
Oh, okay. No one. Lovely. Uh, so what brings you down here, no one?
I live here.
For approximately how many years have you been here?
You hear once again, and then you hear a feminine voice comes in, goes, ever since we died.
Oh, so now you're a we? Who all is the we?
You hear once again, and then you hear a masculine voice comes in, and you hear it go, we are the great rulers of our time.
Righteous.
Are we hearing this? Say, oh,
Sorry about that. Yes, y'all all hear this. Like, it's filling the entire room.
holy.
Well, a pleasure. You can't see it now, but I'm kind of bowing, and I'm gonna do like a little bow, bow curtsy. Um,
You
I
you hear kind of in response to the bow, you hear what's the familiar, and then you hear what sounds in like a very whispery voice just go, and you hear, stop it, do not bow to no one, have pride in yourself.
Oh, okay. Well, I won't do that. I revoke that vow.
As you say that, you hear what, and then you hear like a very deeper masculine voice go, "Oi! You better bow before us. We are the great rulers."
Oh, well, that's a tish confusing. Uh, uh,
Well, if it's multiple of them, then they're gonna have different opinions on whether or not you should bow.
yeah, but I want everybody to like me. What's wrong with that?
Oh, you poor anxiety baby. Anyway.
No use in getting off on the wrong foot. Right, no one. No one. Is there some way that we can help you?
You hear what, and then you hear the feminine voice comes in and goes, "Put us together."
We were on the right track.
Well, lovely. Thank you for that. So before we do that, though, can you help us with one other question, and that is, what's happening to Jernima? Do you all know?
You hear Jewel, and then you hear the whispery voice goes, "What is Jernima?"
Long story short, it's the city, and something wretched is happening, and it's causing everyone to go insanely mad. Very violent. It is.
Not mad, just violent.
Right. Just violent then.
I mean, I'd call barely able to string together a coherent sentence mad. But that's just me.
You feel the walls begin to shake like lightly, and you see some marble dust begins falling from the ceilings, and then you hear and then you hear what sounds like a very broken voice, like it seems to be mixed in like different kinds of gender and races that seem to be falling on top of each other, piecing together a sentence and go, we are not mad.
Oh, are you
What
all? So am I to take it that you all are the cause of what's happening?
You hear, and then you hear the feminine voice goes, "Put us together."
I as long as you
Which-
promise not to hurt us. Do you have a question as well? And I'm looking at Finwin as I'm saying this.
What shape do you want to be when we put you together? It seems that you could be different forms.
You hear Rabbly just, and then you hear it sounds like everyone at once that's been speaking to you, even the broken voice, seem to just say mine.
Well, I don't think all of you are an option. So either we choose or y'all choose. One.
Silence.
You got one choice.
Silence is to respond.
Okay, we're doing dwarf then. Because we're already there.
I have no problem with the dwarves. Oh, okay, no one.
I
Just
don't want to move this again.
Yeah, hang in there.
Yeah,
no
I
one.
don't want. Or well, do I know anything other than this was just a dwarven ruler? Like, was this guy like bad, or is it? Do I just know bare bones knowledge about the dwarf?
I'll say I give you another chance. Make me another history check.
Okay, let's see how this goes.
Focusing on the name and just trying to remember all that you learn about dwarven culture. You know that on top of him being like the first and only dwarven king that managed to unite the dwarven tribes, the only other thing you can kind of point out would be that he was known to be a great warrior in his time, but that's as most that you're able to piece together.
Wait, do I have any more information about the Elven Queen?
I'll say with the
Or...
I'll say with the 14, you know that she was very, very passive in her rule, and it was rumored to be that she may have just been a puppet queen, and maybe someone behind her was actually doing the real ruling, but you're not 100% sure.
Okay.
Similarly, could I do one on Henry the Lioness?
Say that again?
Could I do a similar role for Henry?
Sure. Roll me a history check.
Okie dokie.
Okay. You know that Henry the Lioness was, on top of being the first uh, king of the Empire, of the Lioness Empire, and the one that led the rebellion. You know that in history books, he was portrayed as a great hero, the one who rose his uh, fellow humans against the Yuan-Ti's empire, and was one of the first rebellion that's been led and to actually succeed against the Yuan-Ti Empire. You know that many rebellions rose up and tried to go against the Yuan-Ti Empire, but none of them worked. Every one of them failed, and but Henry the First was the first rebellion leader to actually succeed against their campaign succeed their campaign against the Yuan-Ti Empire. So he was a really great hero in his time.
Okay. Yeah, and I'm just gonna relay that to the group as well.
And I relay all my information to them. So, seems like any of them would be an okay choice. We don't know about the other two, and I'm hesitant to do the Black Ruler at all. Honestly.
Yeah, when you all mentioned that there's some shifting happening, is there something shady going on with him or them?
Possibly. Well, from the way that these two have talked about okay, so some of our party had been like previously involved with the Black Knights, and well, they left them. I don't know the full story behind it.
Currently, it would be Maze, Laurie, and Abel who was left behind. They were the only ones that were involved with the Black Order and with the Black Empress and stuff.
Okay, so Maze and Laurie. Maze and Laurie had been involved at one point with the Black Knights, but they left them for a reason I can't remember right now. Right?
I just don't quite trust the current Black Empress, or Emperor for that matter. But I know almost nothing of the original Black Ruler. I know that their goal was to unite all of the kingdoms, and I suppose that's a noble cause. But I don't know if the intention behind it was good.
That's the hard part. We know bits and pieces, and history is usually told by the victor.
So perhaps it's safe that we don't try number 6 there, the black so and so, until we know more about them. Okay, just think.
Would we be able to just ask them who they are?
But would they be truthful? They all have a motive to be the one in charge.
To be fair, I have a feeling that the whispery voice is probably not someone we want to bring back, but just go ahead and ask and see who responds. I feel like, I don't know.
Alright, no one. Which one of yous is Henry?
Silence.
Okay.
Yeah. Are any of you in there the Black Ruler or whoever was trying to unite all nations.
You hear "Doo, doo, da, dee, da, doo, dee," and then you hear a masculine voice go, "The Black Ruler tried to bring peace." And then you hear "Doo, da, doo," and you hear a feminine voice, "The Black Ruler brought chaos." And then you hear and then I hear in the whispery voice, "The Black Ruler brought violence." And then you hear and you hear in a very masculine, deeper voice and go, "The Black Ruler brought fun." And then you hear and you hear in the broken voice that sounds like multiple different people come in and go, I brought peace, violence, chaos, fun. I brought violence.
Oh, Lordy Lou. Okay. So, are any of you in there? Oh my god, what's the Elven Queen's name? Aurora?
Alora?
Alora. Yeah. Are any of you in there, Alora?
Silence.
Okay. Is Alora the only like woman in this lineup of people? Or I wouldn't know that, would I?
You don't know? You only identified 3 people so far. You haven't identified
What are
the
y'all's
other
opinion? Yeah. What are y'all's opinion on Alora, the Elven Queen?
Well, I
meant to ask that to nobody, but sorry, I should have prefaced.
So
I'm gonna try. Okay, nobody. What is your opinion on Alora, the Elven Queen?
You hear in a masculine voice and go, "Alora brought peace." You hear in a whispery voice go, "Alora brought boredom." You hear in the deeper masculine voice and go, "Yeah, Alora, she brought a whole different kind of fun."
Ew.
You hear and then silence.
Okay. The dwarf is. I guess I could just ask it this way. Nobody, what's your opinion on the one and only Dwarven King?
You hear and you hear in the deeper masculine voice go, "If we're gonna go through the lineup, you best put us together, or we will do it ourselves." At that moment,
Well,
at that voice, you see some of the scarecrows begin to twitch.
Milo. Oh my god.
Okay.
Sorry, my cat just knocked over one of my plants.
Everyone chill with going with the Elven Queen?
A little
Or do
boredom
we,
right
like,
now. When
we
Yeah, I would rather have something quote unquote boring right now.
yeah, enough excitement for now.
wonderful. We're doing elf. Can I move the like half put together scarecrow skeleton
Okay.
part thing over to her?
Man, that's a sentence.
Her
Okay.
one.
You move it over to the next tombstone to Alora, and you see the scarecrow skeletal system, and the heart begins changing shape to fit a more feminine figure.
Cool. I'm gonna grab the brain now and put it in the scarecrow.
Okay. Oh Jesus, Larry. I hope everything's okay.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, so as you reach out and grab the brain, you can feel it's very very slimy, and the texture it's just very very thick as it coats your hand. And as you're holding it and you're about to put it in, you're then hearing whispers in your brain, just and you're hearing the familiar voices that you were just talking to out in the room. You hear and goes, "Oh, who are you?" "This is one of those people who have entered our home." "Well,
Not for long.
should we stay?" Maybe.
Ooh.
I
Can I like
miss a
can
body.
I move the brain quickly? Oh my gosh, can I like throw it in quick?
Okay. Can you make me a wisdom save?
I should have used mage hand. I was stupid. Okay, here we go.
Okay. You feel like tendrils are attaching themselves on your mind, and you resist. You resist it, and you quickly toss the brain into the skeleton, and you see the brain begin sprouting tendrils and latch onto it, and you see it begin like going inside the skeleton and seems to go up its neck, and you see where the scarecrow's stuffed head is begins to bulge a little bit as you see what looks to be an outline of a brain.
Nope, 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 nope. I'm using mage hand on the rest of these. Okay. They just tried to invade my mind. Great, love that. Okay. Cool. Okay. I'm gonna use mage hand on lungs.
Yeah, and I'll cast Mage Hand as well to bring over the veins.
Okay. You grab you grab the lungs, and you hear the stop, and you see the blood vessels, like the veins, freeze. And as you bring them out and you bring them to it, you see the veins begin moving like a snake and coiling themselves in the body. And you see the lungs, and then seem to kind of like, as you're bringing them out, they seem to flap out like wings and just fly into the body. And you see as everything gets set into place, you see it on the head just, and you see the arms begin rising up, and you see the slice the cut that you sliced open begin just stitching themselves back together, and you see the face begins to take a more feminine face, and you see what looks to be straw hair begins expanding out that seems to go all the way down to the ground, and you see the scarecrow begin to take more shape and detail, and you see the figure resembling more of an elf just floops out her long hair. It kind of gives it a shake, and you see she just stretches out, and then you see its eyes now finally form and looks at all of you and goes, "Well, hi."
Right. Thanks for trying to invade my mind back there. That was lovely.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
It's so good to see fellow elves here. But I have to ask, why are you all here? No one should have access to this temple anymore.
Well, we're trying to stop whatever is happening in the town that's above this, where everyone has gone violent.
A town moved. A town is above us.
Yep. And dwarves who were mining in a tunnel that they made found this place, thus releasing whatever horrors are inside.
That sounds like dwarves for you. And you see that the scarecrow seems to pull itself off of its frame that was holding itself up, and you see it begins to float, like it's beginning to levitate a little bit, and you see the hair, the straw hair begins to just flow out, and it seems to just kind of lean in towards you, Finwin, and you see her hand reaches out, like her hand seems to be made out of straw, and grasps your cheeks and begins moving your head, like examining you, and goes, "You are beautiful.
Thanks.
You are a Ladrian elf from the Feywild, aren't you?"
Yes.
Has the portal been taken care of?
In a word.
The portal needs to close very soon, or else... Huh. I don't remember. You see, she leans back and kind of looks up. There was something I was supposed to remember. Something important about the portal. Well,
Is it all the Fey royalty trying to take over the Elven Plains?
no. It is something that even scares the Fey realm.
Great. Love that.
Well, I can't remember it, so it must not be important. But you, and she focused her attention on you. You are very important. And then you see she turns her head towards you, Laurie, and kind of floats over, releases Fenwin and floats over to Laurie and grasps her cheek and will begin examining Laurie as well, and goes, "You are beautiful as well. But there's something else in your head. Do you want me to take care of it for you?" You see the elven Alora just kind of examines you, but then you see she squints a little bit and goes, "No, no, 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 no," and then kind of pushes herself back from you, Laurie. It kind of levitates a little bit more in the air and kind of leans back and just. You see she begins thinking and goes, "This is wrong. I'm wrong. Oh. No. I know why I'm here. Questions answers. That's right. And you see she begins leaning towards y'all and places her head in her hands and goes, "You can ask me questions, but only 3. So,
Ooh.
please ask away, and I'll answer to the best of my abilities."
Okay.
May we have a moment to discuss amongst ourselves? A little group hurdle, as
That
it
counts
is.
as a question. We are
Oh,
going to take a
yes.
moment to discuss among ourselves. Don't answer that.
Yes,
Bye.
yes, we are. We are going to do that. Very. Oh, thank you so much. I'm not really good with these situations like this.
Yeah, it's okay. It's okay. I, like, kind of reach out and pat his back. We'll take care of it. It's all right. Okay. And like I grab Akora, I move us over to the rest of them and just like huddle in a like circle.
Okay.
You see Laura just kind of floating around, just keeping her eyes on y'all.
Okay, so it would be wise to figure out what the heck we're up against and why they were in this temple in the first place, right?
I.
Are we in agreement on that? Ooh.
How we could also stop this intense and violence, as they call it. That would be
I
another.
think probably, yeah. So, what's causing the violence? That'd be a good question. But we already know that it's something that's in here. We just don't know what it is. So maybe a better question would be, what's in the temple? Maybe?
Well, if we ask that, she might
Oh.
say that we are, and I don't want to be made a fool of again.
What was locked in the temple? Maybe?
Or
And why
if there's
this
anything.
temple was... Mhm.
Well, I was going to say, or maybe is there anything in the temple that's causing the violence?
Well, we know that what's in the temple is causing the violence, though. Because the violence started down here. So we already know the answer to that question.
Perhaps. Okay, let's brainstorm some other questions then.
So maybe why this temple was never supposed to be discovered again? It might be a good first question at the very least.
Yes.
Wait, we'll ask that one and see what she responds with. I think it's a good starting point.
Yeah, I'm all there for that.
Okay, so I immediately forgot the question after I asked it. So what? Oh my gosh! So what caused the temple to be locked away, or like why the temple was never supposed to be rediscovered? That's the question. That's how I worded it. Okay.
You see Laura.
I think we're gonna go with it.
Okay. You see Laura kind of leans towards you, getting really, really close to you, like getting like really an inch away from your face. And
Could you not get so close, please? That'd be great. Back off, please.
The answer to your question, though, is because the gods decreed it. This temple was supposed to be ushered away, supposed to be lost, along with us and everything in here. And you see she leans back away from you.
Okay. We're gonna take another moment to discuss what our second question is going to be. And I turn around back into the huddle. Just like avoiding eye contact. I did not think she'd be this creepy. Oh my god. Okay, so we kind of already guessed that.
Completely confused as to what the fuck is going on. I don't like what's happening.
My logical
Me neither.
next question would be then, how do we finish what the gods started themselves? What kind of power would that take?
Oh god.
Or yeah.
Or just
Maybe
dumb
how do
luck.
we make how do we ensure that this god stays lost?
Let's see.
Might be
Well,
a better way to phrase it.
I know that the temple here mainly worshipped Tyr and Soon, so I'm wondering if they would be able to lend some hands here, but I'm not really much of the religious sort myself, to be honest.
I think maybe how do we ensure this god stays lost and forgotten?
For good.
It's so
Do
cold.
you think that's Well, I mean, it being partially discovered is the reason that the town is freaking the fuck out right now, so. And the Raven Queen wants it gone. So. I mean, knowing how to ensure that it stays lost, it seems like a pretty good way to go about it.
Caving in the temple.
Or perhaps how we defeat God? Get rid of it?
Yes, let's kill God.
Oh.
I'm down to fight God.
Which one?
Point.
Are you down to fight God? Sound good?
Sure, I don't mind.
I wasn't asking you.
Watch.
God damn it.
I don't really want to fight.
Okay, so I guess. Alright.
So were you talking to me? I'm sorry.
I was trying to, and then she responded, so we have one question.
Oh.
Love that.
Sorry. Well.
Okay.
Well, I suppose we could. Yeah, there's so many questions that I just want to answer.
Yeah,
it's hard to
okay.
boil it down to one.
It's okay. It's okay. Don't. Do you trust me to ask a question? Can I just? And I'm asking the group, not her. You making that clear for you? I turned to ask the group. Do you all trust me to like ask a question?
I
feel like we just need to ask one before we lose our minds over it.
And you've got 3 votes with me, cat, and dog. So.
Wait, Akora?
I'm staying out of this.
Okay, Laurie.
I trust
no
you.
Response. Okay, I will see where this goes. Yep. All right.
Somehow I misheard you say goats.
I turn to Laura. And say, is it possible for us to finish essentially what you started and rid this world of whatever god is in this temple that's causing the violence?
No, it is not possible to finish what I started. And you see she kind of seems to snake down towards you, like her whole body just seems to arch over towards you, and then places her hand on your shoulder and moves around you, like kind of like twirling her body around you, and goes, "My work here was never done. I'm not supposed to be here. But yet, here I am. Or maybe a better description is, I am a copy of her."
Oh, that explains.
Yes, dear one. I really like you.
Thanks.
I think I'll stay with you.
Oh, no thanks. Actually, can I like try and move away from her?
Need you to make me another wisdom saving throw.
Yay! Great, love that. It's mind flare, isn't it?
You see that she begins focusing in on you, and you feel the weird familiar tendrils that you felt earlier, but you quickly brush it aside and push her away, and she just seems to float back and goes, "Oh, shame. Oh well." Either way, I do have to thank you for putting me together, and me being the one. And you see she begins to look up at the ceiling, and you see she slowly begins floating up, and she places her hand on the ceiling, and you hear her go, "Now, I wonder what I can get up to." And you see what looks to be a spectral hand seems to come out of the scarecrow and seem to phase through the ceiling, and you see another hand begins coming out of the scarecrow as well, and it looks like it's shedding the scarecrow, and the scarecrow then falls onto the ground, now looking just like a normal scarecrow, and you see what looks to be a spectral version of Alora, of what you just of the detail you just saw, and she pops her neck, looks down, gives y'all a wink, and before shooting through the ceiling, disappearing.
I feel like we just made a horrible, horrible mistake.
Well, in retrospect, mistakes were bound to be made eventually.
And at that point, you hear a as you see a door begins to crack open.
Looks like we had to do it anyways in order to progress.
Oh,
Great. Love
wonderful.
that.
Cat, would you mind taking a look for us? And I'm just gonna send Cat down the hallway.
As you said, cat, my ears perked up, and I immediately looked over at you.
Oh, not you, dear. Unless you're up to it.
Oh, God.
Let's let your thing do it, then.
Okay. The floating octopus begins bouncing over to it and arrives to another steel door, just roughly about 10 feet away from the first one that's been unlocked.
Okay. Let's see. Since I'm standing there, I'm just gonna scan the room or the hallway to make sure, like, what's there. So,
Okay. Right now, you haven't entered the other room. Right now, you're just in the hallway. Do you want to send Cat in, like open the door?
yeah.
Okay. So you open the door, and as you send Cat in to enter the door, you see that the first thing you notice is a centered platform that's in the middle of the room, in like dead center, that's risen above the floor, and you see two stone benches on both sides of the room your left and right, and three chests on the far side of the room. The same marble walls and stone tile floor. And you see opposite from the door, you see what looks to be a large stone tablet that seems to be planted on one side of the raised platform. And you see that the marble walls that surround this room appears to have carvings of what looks like warriors and like ornate plate armor wielding their swords pointed down in front of them like they are saluting. And on the stone tablet you can see letters that are written in the stone tablet saying violence can be honorable.
Yeah, as I'm scanning all of this, I'm describing it in detail to the rest of the group behind me. Well, what say the rest of you?
I guess there's no way but forward.
Right. Cat, come back to me, please. And Dog, would you mind entering into attack mode just in case? And so Dog will change out of. Oh, sorry, Sam. You can describe it if you want to.
Yeah, and good. You hear the mechanical and you see dog takes each step. You see it begins to slightly expand, bigger, and the smooth curves that the small teddy bear, metal teddy bear had now begin to sharpen and seem to expand a little bit to fit a more deadlier form of what looks to be a grizzly bear.
Still questioning your choice of name.
Well,
Anyway,
he's my defender, and right, Dog. Oh man, no one ever told me these heroics would be so exciting. Yeah, that's a word for it. Exciting.
say word.
Hey, Mr. Leon and Akora, would you like to go with me first down the hall?
No.
Sorry.
I
Sure,
can
why
go.
not? No, fuck you, stay here.
Okay.
I'll respond through.
We'll go together. We'll go together, Akora.
Okay. I'm gonna grab
I would.
the twink. I forgot what his name is already. Grab the human by the scruff of his neck and gently pull him back behind us.
Yeah. You move me, Sam. I think it's. I don't know what's happening with my character.
Gotcha.
I love how you
I
keep
think
constantly rotating.
Yeah. I'm trying to zoom in and out, and I think it's because I'm using a mouse pad, an actual mouse, because I don't have a desk. So that's
Probably
great.
what it is.
Can I go ahead and also ready a dagger, just in case?
Got my shield up.
As y'all enter the room, y'all are seeing what Otis described to you, and you see torches then suddenly light up around the platform, and it's
Ominous. Ominous indeed.
I'll continue stepping in just to the side up here, and I'll bring in Cat and Dog. Oops. Bloop, bloop. No.
Oh, the icon for that is just a little drake.
Go ahead and bring everybody else in.
And kind of seeing that they've unsheathed their weapons, I'm going to pull out my rapier, and as I do so, you'll see some light coming off of it as well.
You're just full of surprises.
Oh, thank you. You have to be prepared, right?
I'm never gonna get over the accent. I love it too much.
I'm just talking to you.
This is me talking to Octo.
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
I know. I'm just effing with you.
I love you. You're great.
Thank you. Thank you. Um.
I keep like accidentally
Well-
copying the accent. Like in this part.
I do that all the time.
ADHD.
Echolalia.
Continuing on. What are you doing?
I'm looking around the room.
Okay. Looking around the room, you see everything that was O's pointed out. You see 2 stone benches on either side. You see a centered platform raised up, and you see the stone tablet that says "Violence can be honorable," and the 3 chests on the other side.
Can I go and investigate the chests? Like open them? If I can open them.
I reckon we're meant to open them. I'm not keen to find out what's inside of them.
You go, Ben. When you are you saying you're going over to investigate the chest, or no?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna go investigate chests.
You go over to the chest, and I will say, as you're walking over, and I'm assuming you're walking around the stone platform.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not walking on top of that thing.
As you're walking around the stone platform, can't 100% be sure, but you catch at the corner of your eye the outline of the stone platform begin to just for a split second flash a little bit, like blue light, just. And as you go over to the chest, you see that the chest seems to have a magical tint, like a bluish tint, translucent tint that's covering the chest.
Uh, I don't know if I want to touch it.
There you go.
I'm
It's
gonna
very shiny.
like
Okay, I'm back. Sorry about
poke it with. Yeah, I'm gonna poke it with the butt end of my dagger
Okay.
first.
You twirl your dagger around and you poke the chest, and you see the out on the blue tint outline just ripples a little bit based on where you put it. Just boom, 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 boom. Like that.
Okay. Do I see like a lock or anything on the chests or?
You do see a keyhole that's in the center of the chest. Yes.
Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and like lightly touch the chest with my finger.
Okay. I need you to make me a dexterity saving throw.
I knew it! I knew it! I knew it! I knew it!
You take
Lit.
15 points of lightning damage. As you place your hand on the chest, you see the blue tint begins vibrating violently, and you see lightning begins crackling up, and then strikes you in the chest as it sends you flying back 10 feet.
Oh.
Great,
Oh,
love that.
I'm gonna rush over to her.
Wait, how do I?
Oops.
Oh, okay. Well, I need to not mess with my tabs anymore. I need to stop doing that.
Don't worry. I've been
So
hurt
don't.
quite a few times myself. Yeah, you need some healing there.
Yeah, yeah. Please.
Okay.
I like am clutching my burnt hand.
Don't you worry, we'll get you patched up right now.
Thank you.
I'm gonna cast Cure Wounds on her.
I did it.
And healing.
You regain 10 hit points.
Yay. Better than 15.
So if we're not meant
So
to
don't touch the chests.
yeah. If we're not meant to do that, then are we meant to be on this here? And I'm kind of pointing towards, the raised platform.
I'm also hesitant to touch that. I thought I saw it flashing with the same light earlier.
Ooh.
Can I move next to the platform? I'm not gonna get on it, but I'm gonna just go next to it. Which I already am, but
No, I got you.
intentionally be near it.
Okay. As you intentionally be near it, you see once again you see the flash of blue kind of circle the stone platform before going out.
That screams we're gonna fight something to me, but I don't know. Okay, and anyone else want to do something before I?
Well, since you've already put yourself in harm's way, might I try and... It said something about violence can be honorable, so are we meant to fight?
Each other?
Maybe. In like a duel? Like a knight's duel? Please don't.
I's taking a
Actually,
step away from Laurie.
Perhaps we should choose people who aren't like super duper important to our survival down here.
Akora immediately holding up his shield.
Our mate.
Yeah.
Okay. We don't even know if that's the case. So.
Well, what if I hit one of you and see if that?
Please don't.
What do you think? What if I just slap you?
Not yet. No.
Do you?
Just wait,
I don't suppose that would be honorable, though.
No, it wouldn't.
Gosh, wait like 2 minutes. Laurie, wait like 2 minutes, please.
Alright.
Chill.
It's a joke, then.
Thank
I'm
you.
not going to hit you with a hammer yet.
You don't have a hammer.
Yes, I do.
She
Yet.
does have, she does
I
have.
do.
Oh no.
I literally do.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh right, you have a flail.
I'm gonna go over to the stone tablets.
Okay. The stone tablet would be right here, like on one side of the platform.
I'm gonna try and move to see how that goes. I don't want to go over.
Okay.
Go around.
Okay.
Specifically.
Going around the stone tablet, and the words that says violence can be honorable is the face that's pointing at the stone on the platform. Behind it, you don't see anything carved in, like no words or anything like that.
Okay.
Right.
Is there? So it's the stone tablet. Like warriors, chests. Is there anything else in them?
Other than the 2 benches, that's pretty much it.
Okay.
I'm gonna go sit down on one of the benches.
On the bench.
Okay.
Does that do anything? No.
Go over and just sit
Okay.
down on the bench. You see the bench. The bench is made of stone and seems to be held up by two chains that are bolted into the wall nearby. And as you just sit down, you feel a very strange, like, warmth presence. Like some sort of excitement is starting to build up. It's very weird.
That wouldn't surprise me. Weirdness.
Laura, are you also sitting on the bench?
Yeah, I'm sitting on the other bench.
Okay. You sit on the other bench. The same thing happens to you. You feel this sudden warmth take over, and a bit of excitement seems to fill your spirit. Like you're like both you and Akora are getting ready, like getting excited about something that's about to happen, but you're not 100% sure what.
Okay. It seems
Yeah, I have a new stance. It's like I'm preparing for something now.
Oh, great. Okay. I think we are meant to duel each other in some way. Perhaps not you two, though. You seem maybe a little bit too important to our survival for
It would
that.
be fun. Wouldn't it be fun, Akora?
It would be.
It would be, but it's also stupid. Can we make not stupid choices for once?
Well, any one of us fighting each other
try?
is stupid.
Yeah, but you're also the one that
Okay,
can throw fireballs.
Okay, would it make more sense?
Okay,
for
nobody
me
fight Mace.
and-
Nobody fight Mace.
Yeah.
Mace
Would it
will
make
kill
more
all
sense
of us.
for me and oh my gosh. Would it make more sense for me and oh my god.
Otis?
Why do I always
Otis.
forget people's names?
Um,
Yeah.
Are you me? I can fight you.
What if I would have fight?
Okay, the reason why I suggest that though is because
To be
we
fair,
are
he's our healer.
probably much more evenly matched than like having two crazy people go at each other's
I'm
throats.
not going to
I'm not
use...
crazy.
I'm not crazy either.
Yes, you are.
Yeah, you're not. I don't trust whatever the heck is in your. I don't trust your dragon. There. I said it. I don't.
Well, because my chance
With
once
you
you get to
being
know
a little
him
bit more
already,
mad than
the
the rest.
chance.
Okay, look at me and tell me
Misunderstood.
that you would not end up accidentally eating somebody.
I would
because
not.
You're...
You wouldn't do it on accident.
Laurie.
I have never accidentally eaten somebody.
Look at me and tell me you wouldn't purposefully eat somebody.
I'm not gonna purposely eat one of you.
Uh-huh. You're gonna accidentally eat me.
No, I would never, Fenwin. I would never eat
Look
you.
at me. You would never. I don't know about the dragon that's currently occupying
He
the
has
brain
agreed.
space.
He has agreed we are friends, alright? And you don't eat friends. And he has agreed that Otis is a pet, and you don't eat pets.
Excuse me?
Congratulations, you've been adopted.
Opinion.
Okay.
So, give me a moment.
Alright, well,
Fine. I won't. I
Sam,
won't do
sorry,
anything. I won't do anything.
Sam, I'll use arcane recovery very quickly and get back a spell slot.
Alright.
I'm gonna step up with dog and cat to the platform.
Alright. As soon as you step up onto the platform lights up, and suddenly a blue translucent barrier surrounds the whole entire platform as soon as you step up. And you're looking around, and you see on the stone tablet more letters are being carved in. And you see the new words say, "Are you honorable?"
oh.
I am honorable. I swear.
As you say that, you then see a magic circle appears on the ceiling, and the room is about roughly about 10 feet tall, and you see a magic circle appear on the ceiling, and a portal begins opening up, and bright light shines through the portal, and quickly you see a humanoid figure seems to float down. And you see it spreads large angelic wings out from its back. You see the figure is wearing what looks to be a gold chain shirt peeking out underneath its silver scaled armor, red cloth sleeves extending from the armor, and a long red flowing gown covering its legs. No face. Instead, it looks to be a stone helmet enclosed around its head. And you see the angel descends down, and you see it holds out what looks to be a simple golden handle, and then soon it begins to emit a blade that seems to be made entirely of light blue light. Just bzzz.
Oh god.
And its other hand,
Oh, no.
you see
Oh, no.
a blade begins to form that's made of light blue glass that forms up, and you see it spread its angel wings, and you're seeing a collar around its neck and chains that seems to be connected to the ceiling, and it looks up. It slowly looks up and points its blade at you before bringing both blades across, and then gives you a slow bow.
I will brandish
Otis.
my rapier, and I am going to go into Blade Song now.
Ooh, what?
Before I mimic them.
And with that, we will end tonight's session.
Literally, this is exactly
my
what
God.
happened in another campaign that I was in, except it was our 3-foot tall talking squirrel that went in by himself. He did not survive.